Good afternoon. How y'all doing? This is 335. Once again on here to talk about the Sean Diddy Combs trial. Today, open testimonies again with Cassidy. Trial, the jurors have been selected on Monday. Everything is in place now, but this is another day. Cassidy is sharing her testimonies and Fox 5 Live Stakeout has been doing a great job. And also the gentleman, the spokesman for Fox 45 New York Live Outside, he's done an excellent job. Harvey and Charles from TMZ have done a very, very excellent job. So I'm just looking at them back and forth every day to get more knowledge of what's really going on. So, like I said, stay strong, Cassidy. Cassie, stay strong, and we're going to see what really happened here. And the judge has the last say so. So, okay, right now, they just gathering all the text messages Miss Ventura and Mr. Combs exchange with one another. So, and I learned a lot today. Some of them text messages and stuff, I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But anyway, we will find out what happened. So, I'm just wondering how long she's gonna be left on the stand because she could have her baby at any day now. So I don't know how long they're gonna keep Miss Ventura on the stand. It ain't good to keep a young lady on the stand, woman, and getting her all emotional and upset. I mean, how much more is she gonna have to say? You know, I guess how much more? I guess whatever she has, much more as you all are asking for. Diddy's defense and the judge and the lawyers, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm still saying that I don't know. It's a lot to it because everybody know Diddy is very famous celebrity and stuff like that, and for what that I gained from the information from Fox 45 and TMC, they have a lot to say. They're doing a good job. They got a podcast anyway that comes on in the morning time, and it's talking about different stuff that goes on anyway, but they also been covering the Diddy trial case and what's going on. They just gathering a lot of information to find out about his character with these people, but I don't think he act that way with all of those folks allegedly claiming they had encounters with him or whatever. And today I've learned that Cassidy even said that she told him that he treated her like Ike Turner. So that's like an abusive relationship, and so sex trafficking and kidnapping and all this other stuff. But what was done to her was just like, whoa, But that still falls under like domestic violence to me, my opinion. But and I don't care. I still ain't want to see her up there so upset, and she had to come forth in her condition and talk about this. I really, and I'm gonna say it again, I don't give up. Still, she's a woman, and she had to come forth in her condition and get upset and try to prove what she was talking about, But it still doesn't mean that Diddy Combs is guilty. He's guilty in assaulting her, like in that hotel room, but I ain't trying to take both sides, but what's real is what's real. So more stuff coming, and I just want to say this: when all this stuff, how did all this stuff come to table? Because you can't blame certain people. Certain people brought all this stuff forth when they started talking on social media. He done pissed somebody off and this and that. And one woman used to work for him named Jaguar Wright. I don't care. Her name is all over the internet. So you can't get mad at me because I said the lady name. She can't get mad at me either. She already put it out there. Shoot, she even at the trial. They even showed her at the trial. I wouldn't want to show up in no trial. If I had said all that stuff, that's you though, Jaguar, right? They say you hood anyway. So, I don't know. But anyway, I wouldn't want to show up. And Jaguar Wright started all them old... I mean, I don't know how much... I don't even know. I don't want to say truth, but allegations. This and that. And then she started going in on different artists that used to work with him. I'm not saying she don't have some type of information, but allegedly you claiming y'all get on social media and y'all did have encounters, whether you work for him and nothing happened or what, but you share all the information with people like me and people like us that don't even know. I'm just up here hypothetically speaking, sharing my opinion. I don't know none of them. I don't know what really happened behind closed doors or none of that. You don't know, really, unless you really knew the people, or you could still know them and don't know what happened behind closed doors. Behind closed doors, like Cassie Ventura is telling the story. I mean, we still don't really know. I mean, some of it sounds like, I don't know, domestic violence. That's what I'll stick to and say. But these other folks, the reason why I mentioned Jaguar Wright, she stayed on the internet claiming he did something to her. I know what it was, but I mean, it's just an allegation she was saying. So don't even want to repeat that. Then another gentleman, he an older man, he got on here saying he worked with Diddy and he did quote and said this and that. I don't know what he said. Actually, he said a lot of allegations. I happen to like the man. Well, I happen to like his channel. I don't know him neither, but he's he used to work for Diddy. As a security guard, a high-ranking one, so he did see a lot and stuff like that. But I kind of like him, his work and stuff on YouTube, so I do follow him. But I'm just saying that to say, I'm not going to mention his name because, I mentioned Jaguars because she always, I don't know, just seemed like she was mad at all of them. But anyway, I know it's some decency to some of the bloggers that knew him. Jaguar Wright, not even all, she probably not wrong about everything, but a lot of allegations. Some things are made to be kept taboo. I wonder, is she trying to sue him too? Who knows? But some of them used to work for him, and he didn't do nothing to him, nor did he disrespect them. A lot of them that used to work closely with him, he didn't disrespect them. So some of them, I'm raising the eyebrow to say, why he treat some people different from the others? If all this is true, allegedly, it's just like them attorneys gonna have something on their hand. Y'all, I already know y'all got something on y'all hand. Diddy's defense and the other people's attorneys, the court system, United States, that judge, woo. But I know one thing. The reason I keep talking about it because I know some of it, most of it was adult consensual, and people he knew, like I said in one of my other videos, he knew loyalty. One woman got up here and said that she met Diddy through a prince. She came on YouTube and said that the videos, if they have not been taken down, which I don't think they are, it's on a YouTube channel called Soft White Underbelly. the gentleman that runs the show. His name is Mark Latita, if I'm pronouncing it right. And he's interviewed. He know the roughest of the rough out there on them streets in LA. The lady, I can't think of her name, and honestly I can't, because I would say it. It's already public all over the internet, But she was on his show. It was an interview. And with him, he interviews people out there and stuff like that all the time. He has a show where he interviews people from the streets trying to make it, and I think she made it. So and after that, she made it, and she went to go on and tell about exactly what happened when she met him and stuff like that. So she said things, and she never said that she went through with anything with him, but she was appointed to him by a prince, by royalty. And in the interview, she was just saying how she got close on the inside of one of his parties. It wasn't no freak off. It was just one of his parties. And she was saying how, this and that. But I wish I knew that lady's name, but go to Soft White Underbelly and just put in lady talking about Diddy party. Yep. And I didn't really, when I heard her talk about it, I thought it was rather amusing, because nothing really happened. You can't go by just because you see things set up at a party. This man, she was appointed to see him. Anybody that was even in that party, they ain't gonna be able to see Diddy. That's no. I guess people say that all celebrities are invited to his party. I don't think so. It's different levels to it, and that's crazy. The reason I say that, because he ain't gonna know what's going on in all the rooms. Whoever the organizer to set up his parties and stuff like that, they're the only ones know what's going on, what kind of statues or stuff is what I'm trying to say, party arrangements, pictures, and all that kind of stuff. She referred to some pictures or something that was up there. She was like, that was not decent or something like that. That's the organizer. And that's the organizer, darling. He probably ain't never seen it. He probably a total on the other side of the room. And I heard a lot of positive things happening at the parties, A lot of dancing went there. Because the reason I know, in Baltimore, we have a strut king called Bunky. And all of us were so proud of Bunky when he was invited to one of the Diddy parties to teach Diddy how to do the Baltimore strut. And Diddy, I seen the clips because I follow Diddy on Instagram too. Diddy was so excited, and he actually learned it. He did. He actually learned the dance. And as we all know, Diddy always liked to dance and stuff like that. So I just keep talking about it because I don't, Diddy worked hard in the industry to come thus far. And for something like this to tear him down, it's not about what him and Cassidy. Like I said, Cassie stay strong. It's not that. It's not that I don't like what I heard that happened to you, but I'm saying it's about, Diddy don't really deserve a bunch of stuff. They say allegedly. And what people that used to work with him are coming forth. You saying allegedly. You gotta have proof that this man is the monster. He a monster like that. Well, what caused him to be the monster? If he's really a monster, he didn't treat everybody, as a victim. He really didn't. Because a lot of them, they ain't saying nothing because he didn't treat them like a victim. They keep saying, well, why this person ain't saying nothing? Why that? Where this person that is supposed to? Because he didn't treat them like that. So, okay, well, I'm gonna give this a break. I enjoy watching TMZ again. If anybody wants to tune into the Diddy case, you can go to any channel. I don't have I don't have no I don't have nothing to say about nobody's channel, but I love TMZ and I love Fox New York. Fox New York, that's what they say. Yeah, the stakeout. It's a gentleman on there that's a spokesman. He breaks it down. He's right there. Sometimes he's outside, sometimes he's inside in the newsroom. So I'm hoping Cassie don't have too much more testifying to do. She can rest and put all this stuff, behind her and stuff like that. Still, Diddy, he paid. She sued him, and he paid for the abuse. So just go on and live your best life. And I'm hoping I can say the same thing for Diddy. Next time, if anybody coming to that kind of money, you can't trust people. Hell, you can't even trust people now. You ain't making this. Some people ain't making nothing. How a big mogul like that, you can't trust him. Well, I think he trusted and treated everybody nice. And, well, he treated some people nice, allegedly. They say some people he treated wrong, allegedly. So I just, I've been a Diddy fan since a long time, since Howard. I grew up in D.C. So did I ever meet Diddy? No. But I used to follow him all the time. And this is the first time, me and Diddy the same age. This is the first time in all years this stuff came about. It was a rumor that he made a deal with Diageo. And they said, so a lot of people on the internet was saying Diageo the one went after him. They went after him, but then I read, well, he reconciled with Diageo. So I don't know who he pissed off. Diageo, I'm not blaming you. Let me get that. Diageo, I'm not blaming you, even though I ain't in the injury. Not injury, but I will be injured if I talk too much. I'm not in the industry, please. Diageo, I ain't saying nothing wrong about you. I love y'all products. Okay. But anyway, all of a sudden it just, I don't know, came to play because in all the years, like I say, me and Diddy about the same age. I ain't never heard no mess like this. So, okay, y'all, the Justice Department, not the Justice Department, but Justice will figure out the truth of all this mess, and I'm just hoping the best for everyone. I know I can't take all sides. I don't know, but I'm just wishing the best for Diddy and Cassie. You can put all this stuff behind you and go on and live your best life. You did all you could do. You did it all. You walk with your head up high. Okay? This, when you get involved with these men with money, these people been doing this the whole time, but that goes back to show again, why all of a sudden now, and all this man years, they bringing forth all this now. Okay? For the ones that are really, really, in on something and trying to see him do bad, you don't have a valid reason. You got to prove these racketeering. I'm excluding Cassie. She's something else. She had a relationship with him that was domestic. If I was a defense attorney, I want to go after all of y'all that are accusing this man allegedly and got him in this predicament. That's who I'm going. That's who I would want to go after if I was on Diddy defense. Okay, we'll see what really y'all got to say. I want to put y'all on the stand.